Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today I have 4 teams for you. 2 for the World event, 2 for the Faction Assault, with 2 no teams. No times 3, or Epic and Under as others would copy and call it. But um, live stream tomorrow, 10 a.m. EST, be there, Gems of War. But here is your first team for the Faction Assault of Duergaroth. We have Mountain Crusher, Angry Mob, High King Iron Gut, and Vashtagon. And I'll show later in this video a no mythic, no legendary, no Dawnbringer team. But yeah, with this team here, you got the Mountain Crusher. It's exploding brown and making a dust storm. You have Angry Mob, who has a summon and is exploding a bunch of stuff. If you need the summon, usually we'll get it, but hopefully you don't need it. We got High King Iron Gut, who's devouring everybody on the other team. And we have Vashtagon, who is cursing everybody on the other team. That way you are able to devour everybody on the other team. So most of the time, what you're going to do is get up your Angry Mob, cast it. That'll fill up your High King Iron Gut. You'll devour. You'll hit your Mountain Crusher or Angry Mob again. You'll fill up your High King Iron Gut. You'll devour, and so on and so forth. Even early on, you can even use your Vashtagon. You can devour one of your own teammates and do a bunch of damage to the other team. Like maybe on level 20 or something. Like it's not. This team's more for later on in the Faction Assault. You could use something that's a little quicker to clear for the early going. Usually that's how these events work. You don't use the same team the entire time normally. You'll use some sort of quick clear for the early going. That's what Dawnbringer's really good for in certain events, is clearing out like super early levels. You know, you're not going to use a High King Iron Gut who's good at devouring really strong enemies and gaining a bunch from it in the early battles, you know, but you can. Just cast that Angry Mob, get them up, boom, devour, cast it again, devour, cast it again, devour. If you need that curse, you got to match Brown. That's what Vashtagon's third trait does. When you match Brown, he curses a random enemy, and with the Dust Storm and the Mountain Crusher and all that business and the Angry Mob, usually you're going to get a lot of Brown matches, so you should have a bunch of curse going on, and you shouldn't have to, like, specifically. But, hey, I did it on level 330 there with no potions and stuff just to show you that it works deep, and you won't have to go any further than, like, level 90 or 100 to get all rewards for this event today, the Faction Assault, which most of you are just going to do. Most people aren't going to go pure faction level 500 on a Tuesday. Here we have our first world event team. I showed this one yesterday. I also showed that first one yesterday. We got 2 no-no-nos at the end of the video, though, so don't fret. We have Reflection of Good. And with the first team there, you could use Titan or Elementalist or anything with a Dust Storm and like Rock Solid is probably the best way to go with that first team I showed. But anyway, on to this world event team. We have Reflection of Good. Then we have Sekma. Then we have Nimue, or Finding Nemo, and Princess Elspeth. So the idea here is if Reflection of Good gets up pretty fast, you want to cast it on your Sekma or Nimue. If not, then cast your Princess Elspeth on your Reflection of Good. She makes the color, one of the colors or whatever, of the troop that she will sacrifice and bring in a knight for. So since we have a pure purple weapon, it's always going to make a bunch of purple. And our Sekma and our Nimue both use purple. So it's really good at getting up those 2 troops to keep it going. The Sekma transforms blue to skulls, and I think brown to yellow. And then the Nimue transforms yellow to skulls, and I think like purple to red or something like that. But it works really good together. Like they are pretty cohesive, synergetic, peanut butter and jelly. 2 troops that are really good like that. They go together. So the Sekma is doing blue gems to skulls, brown gems to yellow. The yellow then the Nimue can use to transform into skulls. She does yellow gems to skulls and red gems to purple, and they both use purple. So both of them benefit each other. The Sekma turns to yellow for Nimue to turn to skulls, and then the Nimue turns red to purple to get them both back up. So they work really well together. If your Reflection of Good gets up like super fast, you might as well cast it on one of the 2 of them before you sacrifice it. But otherwise, just sacrifice it with your Princess Elspeth. You'll get a knight troop in there, maybe a guard's avatar or something like that. would be pretty cool. But here is the no team for the world event. We have Mountain Crusher, Harpy Mage, Fist of Zorn, and the new troop there, Draxius. So, the Mountain Crusher and the Harpy Mage, they both have dust storms on them. I'm using Elementalist, but you can also use Titan. So, same thing with the first team. We're going to have a bunch of brown falling. We're going to have Dust Storm. We're going to have Rock Solid and all that good stuff. So, what you're going to want to do here is all of that brown falling and everything will help Draxius. Draxius can match those. He has an Empowered Convert where he turns brown into skulls. We have Fist of Zorn, who's also an Empowered Convert, turns yellow to skulls. So if you see either one of those as soon as the battle starts, you might as well cast it, as long as you have alignment to where you can get an extra turn. Hopefully you know what alignment means. Alignment means when you got to look ahead. Like you're going to... The Fist of Zorn, for example, transforms yellow gems to skulls. So you want to make sure that you only cast it when you're going to get an extra turn. So when those yellows convert to skulls, you want to make sure there's 4 in a row there. So same with the Draxius. You want to make sure when you turn brown to skulls that you're getting an extra turn. You're turning brown into skulls and making a 4 or more skull match out of that. So yeah, first thing you're going to do is look at the board, see if you have yellow conversion to skulls or brown conversion to skulls, and of course cast that troop. Fist of Zorn also gives attack to your first troop, which is nice. And then if you don't have all that business, you might as well cast your Mountain Crusher or your Harpy Mage on your hero. You can get a Dust Storm, make a bunch of brown fall, and usually that'll line up the Draxius even if you don't have alignment. So the only way this team can really fail you is if you just cast the Fist of Zorn and Draxius all willy-nilly without alignment, and it can backfire on you. But then, if you have Titan equipped and everything, you can get the Rock Solid, take a hit with Barrier, and even then, you should still be pretty okay. And the Harpy Mage also has a little summon on it as well, so that's pretty good also. So yeah, Titan or Elementalist were the classes I was using for those. Hopefully you could... The banners, I didn't say the banners, but hopefully you saw them at the beginning. And that second team there, the first World Event team, was Archmagus as the class. I'll try to put it in the description if you have any questions, put it in the comments. But here's our last team, our fourth team. It's a no for the Faction Assault. It's Triple Cunning Stone Slicer with Sun Spear. Now, this is my third favorite Guardian team. It's a little bit clunky. The reason it's a little bit clunky is you have to use Sun Spear for it to make yourself a Raksha. Because with these Guardian teams, you want to be all the same typing. Like with Finesse, you want to be Strix. With Ferocity, you want to be Taurus. And with Cunning, you want to be Raksha. That way you can take advantage of the third trait where you get 4 to every skill on 4 or more gym matches. So since you're using Sun Spear, like, it has a red storm on it. We don't use red. It's a little bit clunky. It's not like Finesse and Ferocity where you can usually use the storm. And then the Stone Slicer does make purple though, so that's nice. It makes purple and brown or something like that. And so yeah, get up your Cunnings and just shoot them off early. And then later on, you're going to want to cast your Stone Slicer more so you can get some extra turns and build your stats and everything. Cunning does double damage to purple. There's a lot of purple in this faction, so even Skulls will be good with it. But this is for the lower level people that are just trying to get through the event, get to level 90, level 100, get all rewards. But if you're really careful, you can take this team all the way to like 400, 500, something like that. But you have to start casting that Stone Slicer. And the other thing with the Stone Slicer is since you only have 3 constructs or whatever, like, it doesn't make as much gem spawn because of the typing or whatever. So it's not as good as Finesse or Ferocity, but it's probably the third best Guardian team, and it could take you all the way. It's still really, really good. But anyway, that is 4 teams for you today with 2 no-no-nos. Please like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel. Comment below, and I'll see y'all next time. You're the best. Love you so much. Peace.